Hello, hello, and welcome back as we head out to raid an advent supply cache to keep Xander Cage supplied with rocket ski fuel in XCOM, War of the Chosen. And hey, you know, this is a vital mission because those rocket skis, those bad boys don't fuel themselves, and rocket fuel isn't cheap. Okay, you know what? That's actually a lie. Rocket fuel is surprisingly cheap. I'm stealing it not because I need to, but because I'm a skinflint bastard and I don't like spending money I don't have to spend. Did a little Googling between episodes because actually when I closed that last one, I was actually curious about how expensive rocket fuel might realistically be. Turns out, on a cost to energy basis, rocket fuel is pretty affordable. Like, it's only about twice as expensive as is it like a gallon of gasoline on a cost to energy basis, because you don't measure rocket fuel by the gallon, it comes by mass, you buy it by weight, like by the kilogram. And saying it's twice as expensive as gasoline, that doesn't mean it's cheap, because gas isn't cheap. It's up to about $3 per gallon here in St. Louis. And yes, I know some of you people in Europe right now will be like, $3 a gallon is ridiculously cheap. And okay, fine, whatever. I know you guys pay way more per gallon for gasoline, but you also have to realize how America is structured and that it's larger than all of Europe, and we have a large, mostly decentralized population with big swaths of rural sections that don't have any kind of public transportation at all. Hell, I live in one of the largest metropolitan areas, or near one of the largest metropolitan areas in the country, and I work roughly 35 miles from my home, and there is no form of public transportation that actually will get me to my destination. That's just the way the economy works here in the US. We need gasoline to be cheap because a lot of people got to use it. But still, even at European prices, I think we can agree that like $12 is a pretty meager price to pay to set up a ride on a pair of rocket skis, so that you can like fly off the end of a cool vert ramp, flip through a window wielding a pair of Uzis, and then mow down an entire squad of ultra elite terrorists who are trying to blow up, let's say, I don't know, the Louvre. Because that's what Xander Cage does, man. He defends freedom and art for people everywhere. You know, when he's not too busy base jumping off a radio antenna in an effort to steal cable so that he can get drunk at the beach with an attractive lady later, because that's the other thing Xander Cage does when he's not busy shooting terrorists. Mostly it's just about finding a hot chick to get drunk on the beach with. Any excuse to get in somebody's pants, that's the real, you know what? Down an attractive lady's panties, that's the real Xander Zone. Welcome to the Xander Zone. No, thank you. I'm not looking for some strange Xander. It's okay. Also, you know, I don't know if I want to go to the Xander Zone, because I honestly don't know where you've been. Like, can I get a detailed sexual history before I agree to go to the Xander Zone? Thanks. Beardo, let's give you a frag. Really, all we need to do, everybody has a frag. We should be equipping weapons here. Weapons are the important thing. And since Colonel Richard B. Riddick is now our most experienced killer, I think probably he should get our best weapon. So let's give him something really good. Scope, expanded magazine, hair trigger, sorted. And we're also going to try and not just funnel Riddick kill after kill after kill, because again, he is our most experienced trooper, so he kind of doesn't need it. Advanced scope and a hair trigger. Halter's already ready to work then. 2-Rop, what kind of gun you sporting here, champ? What do you got? You also have a decked out bullpup. Excellent. The guys are all... We got to get these weapons with like colors and names and whatnot so we can tell what's what. Groot, you got nothing. Well, here, take a stock. That's acceptable. Frag grenade for Groot then. And let's give knock around Reese here. We're going to give you a flashbang, so in case we do just need to knock a few guys around, you can call the ball. And Anthony Caparzo, you take a med kit. That way... Son of a bitch. You take a med kit, that way if you wind up gut shot lying in the street, you won't have to be trying to get Mellish to crawl out there and save you. You can just, you know, throw a band-aid on that shit and get back in the fight. You realize that other enemy sniper was using you as bait, right? Just wanted somebody to crawl out there and try to save you so you could shoot them too. It's unfortunate that it took Barry Pepper so long to counter-snipe the sniper, but sacrifices gotta be made. There's a war on, man. May not have heard. When General Ted Danson sends you out on a mission, you gotta accomplish that mission. Ted Danson is not dicking around. If Ted Danson tells you it's important to the war effort, it's fucking important to the war effort. Ted Danson.
Pick up some supplies for ourselves. Once deployed, move to locate the advent crates and mark them with our transponders.
You know, John, again, not my first rodeo. And plus, rather than really marking these crates, I was thinking maybe we'd just murder everyone. Just like that loading transition there always seems to fucking murder my frame rate for some reason. This is literally the second time you've mentioned that in as many minutes, John. Second time. Hasn't even been 2 minutes. We do have concealment here. Let's find our first pod of Advent and engage them, kill them, and then we'll just try and make a relatively clean sweep. Plus, we have a relatively clean area of operation here for our entrance. That is excellent. We've got opportunity to range wide. Knock around, man. Let's get you up there. Start knocking around. Riddick, get you in the mix. And Caparzo? Maybe put Caparzo in full cover, though. I just can't trust Caparzo. That's my problem. I want to trust you, Caparzo. I mean, I want to trust you. I want to like you, but I can't do it. You never know when you might just decide, man, Riddick, you got here in a single move. Oh, Riddick must have got the free move thing. So our super speed Riddick maneuver has procced. Richard B. Riddick. Guy knows how to move. And he spotted our first pod as well. That is a Spectre, though, and those are problematic. My question on the Spectre, then, is are we going to be able to pull him to us, or is he one of those guys that is also immune to our basic ability, which means really all we can do with that is pull Advent Troopers around? Let's find out. First thing we got to do, open this door. Done. Riddick. We could justice this Spectre right over to us. This will deke our concealment, and it leaves that sectoid out there unmolested. But also, it's sort of amazing. Why dump our concealment when we don't have to, though? I guess that's the better question. We don't need to burn it yet. Let's wait a turn. The enemy isn't making any, like, overly powerful or aggressive maneuvers. We've got some time. Let's bite it. Beardo, can you make it up here? We're just looking for you guys to get up here without actually dumping your concealment. No crashing through plate glass windows. Taylor, knock around Guy Reese. I mean, I know you're desperate to do it. You're really wanting to get to 500. You'd be like, 500? Be like, beg your pardon? You don't walk, by the way. Let's talk about the anatomy of that scene in Knock Around Guys for a moment, shall we? So, Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel in Knock Around Guys is like, he's a tough guy, brawler sort. And he's looking to pick a fight with the guy in the bar to prove how badass he is and show how powerful Barry Pepper and his organization are, which, that's the thing that makes sense. But when he does that, he's trying to pick a fight. He just walks up to a guy and goes, 500? If you're looking to start a fight, Vin, that's like the most confusing way to possibly do it. I don't mean to call you, I'm gonna call you out because you did get the fight started. Admittedly, it did work. That fight did begin, but just walking up to a man and going, 500? Maybe not. Well, I mean, why don't you just be like, hey, I fucked your mom last night? I mean, if you're trying to start a fight, there are more conventional ways to go about it. We moved Caparzo, and we did not mean to. I need someone who has a grenade here. So we've got this thing providing us defilé, so I don't suppose you can just hurl it up there, can you? No, of course not. You do have volatile mix, which means we want you to throw it. Can you, Turop, can you get close enough to chuck it up there without getting spotted? Turop is a stealth god. Okay, do that then. Whoop. So much for our concealment, but ultimately I don't really think it's going to matter much. We're going to get a little bonus damage here. We got the volatile mix, plus we're going to get the fall damage. Both of those units are still, unfortunately, alive. That's the drawback. The explosion has also summoned a swarm of the lost. We don't care about that even a little. Beardo, let's get you up here. Whoop. Free move, and then it should be shoot him in the brain, shoot him in the brain, shoot him in the brain until we're out of bullets. Well, these guys are going to get what turns out to be a relatively unfortunate reaction move. that guy tried desperately to set himself on fire. He just failed. Here come the Lost. Now we got to come up with a game plan. I'm thinking the game plan is kill all of the Lost, reload, whiplash the sectoid, and then wrath this man. Although maybe the wrath is actually better on that guy. And then we wrath the sectoid. 62% is not a fantastic hit percentage. Much easier for us to whiplash the sectoid. First things first, though. Kill all the Lost. Why? Well, why not? We summon them. We're getting mad ambush kill height advantage. We're picking up a lot of bonus action points here for our boy Calder Hunter, which is lovely. What's your hit percentage like here? Oh, right, reload. You know what? That's fine. Go ahead, reload. We got ample opportunities to take action left. You can't miss that man with the bullet to the brain. We only get one whiplash per mission. Is now the time to use it? I feel like the answer is yes. Whiplash the sectoid. Fantastic work. Maybe shoot this dude in the brain pan then. I'm comfortable that the rest of the team is going to find a way to clean this up. Knock around. Like, if we put you here, you can see them both. Good enough. Well, you can't quite grapple to there, but you can grapple close enough to get us home. Take whatever shot you can get. 80% at the sectoid is acceptable. He's now dead. Finito. Finished. Done. We're going to justice down here and get this Spectre ripped up. Yoink. Or rather, we're going to justice him to us. Well, the fact that we can pull Spectres into us makes them, at this point, by and large, completely a joke. Like they are a joke enemy now. I'm also starting to regret having taken Battle Lord. Or not Battle Lord, but the Interrupt ability. Because it occurs to me the times, like most of the time when I use Overwatch, I don't use Overwatch proactively. If something's going to wander into my Overwatch, it's just because it happens to be a function of where I had planned to go and what I had planned to do earlier in the turn. I don't deliberately try to pull things into my Overwatch, which really is how that ability seems like it's intended to be used. Sure. I mean, go ahead and show up. It's fine.
Then I will end this quickly.
Well, that part is true. It will be over quickly, and you will be not entirely irresponsible for ending it quickly.
She's moving on the squad's position, Commander. Advent is
If we go forward, we're going to wind up fighting her and a pod. Plus, we already discussed the fact that this rocket fuel is not super necessary for XCOM's, like, operations in the area. It's nice that Xander has his rocket skis, but he doesn't really need those skis. Okay, so we're going to tag this first. This doesn't even take an action. We have one action with the potential bonus action left. Who gives us the bonus? I don't know if I want to give up one of Riddick's actions. That seems like a bad trade. We could use a little extra movement here from Caparzo, but it seems like we're going to be hard-pressed to get it. What we could do is take a single move and then grapple and see where we're at. You know what? Let's try that. Caparzo, head out to here. You have no shots. Can you grapple up? That's where I want you, right there. Perfect. Also, nobody can get up to Caparzo now because he is sort of sealed off. Like, he's concealed. It's a pretty good shot. Less good. You know what? Take the shot at the Viper while we've got it. 97% for damage here. Caparzo with the crit didn't quite finish him off, but he made a hell of a start. Beardo. We could just have you... Like, I feel like you should maybe bombard the shield bearer. Or, better yet, we should have you try and pull either the shield bearer or the... We need multiple pulls here. We need to make that a little higher percentage. We could do that by, 1, getting closer. 2, changing our position. We could grapple to here. Okay. Groot. Grapple up. Excellent. Now I'm gonna need you to maybe fling an old granado down here at this man, potentially explode this truck. Just go ahead and whip that down there. I don't appreciate the fact that this man is puppy guarding that container of crates. Makes me a little salty. We have negated or at least minimized that man's cover. A lost swarm appears. The lost is revealed. That's beautiful. Thank you, Lost. I appreciate it. We didn't know where that woman was, and she was probably going to wreck some shop, but she ain't going to now because you guys are going to go over there and punch shit out of her. I appreciate that. Why can we not wrath that man? We should be able to justice you. Is it because of where we're standing? Damn it, I wanted to pull you out in the open and kill you. That was my whole goal coming up here. Go ahead and take the headshot at this Lost Dasher. You didn't kill him, though. That could not have gone worse. That was very unfortunate. All right, then we're in a little bit of a problem area. Now we've got some issues. Yeah, Turop, you got to get closer, buddy. We fucked it up kind of by not killing that Lost Dasher. I actually really expected that man to die. Take your basic move and get down here. You got to pull one of these dudes into the open. Somebody else has to also... We got a lot of work to do here. Okay, so yank the shield bearer. This is not going to kill him. It will pull him out in the open and make him easier for subsequent people to kill. Get janked, by the way. And then... I don't know why you have an additional action here, but I'm not going to be upset about the fact that you can pull that man to you and then also shoot him in the face. That's actually kind of amazing. Easily replaced. What about this guy? Is he easily replaced too? Yoink. Also get shanked. Yep. Enjoy that. And then we have knockaround guy Taylor Reese. Clean you up. That's okay. Richard B. Riddick is here. Your ammunition status is not supremely relevant. Richard B. Riddick's going to walk up here, and as much as we don't want to fuel him kills, somebody's got to take out this Viper. Riddick is that somebody. Or not. That's actually surprisingly bad. God damn it, Riddick. Well, Reese, you're going to have to try and Overwatch our way out of this now, because this Viper is a sincere issue for us. Somehow I blame Groot. I blame Groot. Because it's his fault. I'm so used to one-shot killing Lost that it didn't actually occur to me that we might miss. Yep. Well, we're gonna get... Alright. Yeah, we're bound and squeezed. Gonna go Vanishing Wind. We're not too worried about that. A Lost Brute, that's unfortunate. Another pod spawn that's wandering into us. Caparzo's gonna be able to free his trapped companion. Gonna bring your rowdy friends over? It's Monday night. I hear all your rowdy friends like to come over on Monday. No? Alright. What about your other friends? Also, do you ever guys ever wonder if Hank Williams Jr. had friends who weren't rowdy? Do you think he had just like some calm, complacent, well-behaved, well-mannered friends? And if he did, how come they never came over? Did they have kids or something? They were just like, you know, I used to be one of those rowdy friends, but then I got aged down, settled down. Kids got to get up in the morning. Kids got to get to school. It's just too much shit to do to bother with all this rowdiness. It's really, the rowdiness is kind of a fucking hassle. I'm not gonna lie. They just got like too old and tired to be rowdy. Why are you hitting me instead of the snake that's wrapped around me? That actually seems like significant levels of bullshit right there. Yeah, well, Pete's on deck for fucking salt. I'm actually quite pissed here. Lost Dasher, you're taking one to the dome. Don't fuck this up either and miss, Caparzo. I'll be furious. You gotta reload. We could really use some guys who have, like, bigger clips in their guns. Lost Dasher gotta die. Caparzo has proved fairly effective when it comes to exterminating the Lost. He's gonna use one shot here on this Dasher. And then the last shot's going into the Viper to bust him loose. Give me my boy back. Perfect work, Caparzo. Excellent, excellent job. Excellent job. Groot, can you, like, help us out a little? No, I mean, I appreciate that you want to shoot that man, but there are more tempting targets in the vicinity. Also, for some reason, I'm almost positive that you're going to manage to find a way to miss that snake man, so maybe don't shoot him. Shoot this guy at a 90 instead. If we have another 90+% shot, we will take it. Well, we got those guys down there, but we went, no, I'm not shooting. I'm not taking that shot. Take this shot. We actually missed, by the way. Just throwing that out there. That shot missed. It's just Groot has a stock, so the miss still did 1 damage. That shot was, in fact, a straight-up categorical miss. This is probably an excellent opportunity, though, for us to test out the Battle Lord ability. 86. Okay, worth it. We don't want to funnel kills to Riddick, Pete. Oh, okay, you're right. We gotta stop doing that. I just can't help it. Richard B. Riddick, he's a natural killer. He wants to indulge in the thing he does best. I mean, he won the game of who's the better killer, so you know he's the better killer. Wouldn't have played that game with Jack if he wasn't going to win. Because, you know, Riddick actually does kind of seem like the sort of guy who only plays a game if he knows he's going to win. Turop, you just need to reload. Beardo, can you kill this? No, I mean, you actually maybe can. Curious if you could kill this Lost over here, but there's a non-zero chance you don't get him in one. We could move you to here, have you tag the crate, and then take some shots. Crates are what we came for. Neither of these is a guaranteed kill. The better move might be just have you fall back. Or Overwatch. How much, like, supporting fire would we then have? Relatively little. Taylor Reese would have 1 shot. And it's not even a good one. You know what? Just reload, actually. Riddick, I think we're going to try the Battle Lord here. Oh, Manual Override is also... That's not a passive ability? Good God, that sucks. Okay, so... That's a bad ability, man. Manual Override is trash. Is it a once per mission thing? We're gonna go into Battle Lord Overwatch. We're gonna put Calder Hunter on Overwatch. So Battle Lord is maybe great. We're gonna find out how it works here and see whether it's fantastic or whether it's mediocre. But Manual Override is nowhere near as good as I expected it to be. I mean, we did the thing, though. None of the Lost moved? Or are we getting... are we getting our actions now? This is on the enemy's turn, right? Yes, it is on the enemy's turn. Okay, so this ability is actually fucking amazing, though. Oh, don't worry, I got plenty more. How about this, then? Oh, she's immune to melee, though, I forgot. Son of a bitch, that's not what we wanted. Can we just continuously shoot her as the Lost take actions? Like, every time one of the Lost takes an action, do we get to shoot at her? Great work, buddy. Well, you're taking some more damage because that's a Dasher. Or not. I don't really need to run, though. I mean, I'm standing right next to you. Where do you want me to run? Just stand here and shoot you in the face all day.
Not stop until the last of your kind are dead.
Is that a fact? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do this then. Out of bullets. Pete, you know that's gonna summon more Lost. Yeah, but we got Volatile Mix. She has shell-shocked. She's also brittle. That also has the added benefit of eliminating the Lost's cover. I don't know how Caparzo can't see her. That's confusing. Take that man down. Caparzo, by the way, is playing the role of Private Jackson today as our elevated sniper unit. Today, the part of Private Jackson will be played by Anthony Caparzo. Today, the part of Barry Pepper will be played by Vin Diesel. That's actually a surprisingly different casting choice. Didn't get the kill, Caparzo. That's okay. I mean, I want to be a little salty with you, but probably I'm being overly critical. That is not a very good shot. I would have expected that to be a much better shot. I also would expect Mr. Turop to walk over here at point-blank range and put a bullet in this woman. How is she so hard to hit at point-blank range? Ultimately, it didn't matter because she's dead either way, but I'm still a little confused. Got my 5 ability points. Come taunt me irreverently, lady. That free action came off of our hair trigger. So we get a free action on a free action, huh?
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. Excellent work.
Thanks, Bradford. I'm not too terribly upset about the fact that we got wounded there. We did get 23 out of 28 kills. What were the other 5? Chosen showed up. Supply rate is done. Xander Cage has got rocket ski fuel for weeks now. We didn't accidentally destroy anything we needed to recover, and also we should have recovered a large number of supply crates. I think Advent only tagged 1, and we should have gotten the rest. Average enemies killed per turn, 3.83 is pretty solid. Beardo once again coming out with the shine job. You're not supposed to have the shine job. Richard B. Riddick is supposed to have the shine job. You paid 20 menthol cools for that, and yet somehow you, Beardo, still came out smelling like a rose. Well, except for the 5 days in the infirmary, but 5 days in the infirmary, that's nothing. We're definitely going to take Whiplash because that ability is great. I am very disappointed in Manual Override, in the fact that I wasn't aware that it was an active ability. I thought it just passively lowered all your cooldowns. Not the case. That makes it considerably less good. I'm tempted to take Full Throttle or Tactical Rigging here so Turop can have multiple grenades. We really should just start taking Tactical Rigging for everybody. And I'm beginning to wonder how amazing... Battlelord, by the way, just seems flat out amazing. Like, it's unbelievably good. And I'm wondering how much mileage we could get out of Battlelord and Mimic Beacons. Like, if we have everybody take Tactical Rigging and just build a whole shitload of Mimic Beacons, have everybody jump out, activate every pod on the map, and then, like, they throw a Mimic Beacon going into Battlelord mode, and then just tear shit apart as it reacts and tries to come and kill our Mimic Beacon. And all we have to do is stop them from hurting the Mimic Beacon with our Battlelord actions. That may be an utterly unstoppable combination. Because it's just action after action after action after action. And it's going to proc for every unit. That's borderline, you know what? Yeah. I'm beginning to consider the realities of that situation. I was going to say it's borderline broken, but now that I think about it, I don't think it's borderline broken. I think it's objectively completely fucking broken. Even if you can only battle Lord once per mission, it's still unspeakably good. We picked up 200 supplies. Superior conditioning, not this useful. Some alloys, some Illyrium, couple Illyrium cores. A superior laser sight, that's very good. 17 lost corpses, some other junk. Shield Bearer Autopsy is now on the table. Lost Autopsy likewise on the table. Spectre Autopsy likewise on the table. And the fact that we can pull Spectres around the map because they're humanoid, that makes them a non-issue. Like, we run into a Spectre, we'll just pull it next to a guy who has Retribution. He yanks it in. it goes, oh, look out, gets stabbed, then tries to run away, gets stabbed again, or burns its lightning reflexes. We can do some very unpleasant things to enemies with the combination of pulling them and just having them stand next to a couple people who have retribution. Just pull a man in when he tries to make a break for it on his activation. You just cut to ribbons. Similarly, we can do sort of similar stuff with the Wrath ability, too. And that doesn't even cost an action. You know, I thought skirmishers were going to be the worst class we had, but now that I'm starting to put together more of their pieces and abilities, I'm starting to think that maybe they're not the worst class we have. They may actually be the most broken. This is going to be intriguing. I'm looking forward to see how this plays out, but that'll have to happen another day. Enjoyed this episode? Feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you want to see Xander Cage flip through a window off a vert ramp with Uzis mowing down terrorists to save the Mona Lisa, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.